Last weekend, my mom decided it was time for a family chore day, which is basically like a military operation, except with more passive aggression and less chance of survival. My brother, Ben, who considers himself a life hack expert after watching a grand total of 3 YouTube videos, volunteered to take on the Everest of laundry, folding fitted sheets. You know, those things that look like they were designed by someone who lost a bet with a bedsheet manufacturer. The rest of us just stuff them in the closet and hope no one opens the door too fast, but Ben was insistent. He said he had a foolproof method that would change our lives. Everything started innocently enough. Ben spread out the fitted sheet on the living room floor, looking like a samurai preparing for battle. He called us over, clapped his hands, and began narrating each step with the confidence of someone who's never actually folded a fitted sheet. First, you locate the elastic corners. Then, you do a little tuck here, a little flip there. 10 minutes later, he'd lost track of at least 2 corners, and the sheet was starting to resemble a deflated parachute mixed with a pretzel. My dad, ever the optimist, started taking notes, while my mom just kept repeating, "It's the effort that counts," a clear sign she'd given up all hope. At this point, Ben decided to double down and announced, "I'm going to turn this into an art form." He started folding, rolling, twisting. At one point, he was doing something that looked suspiciously like a karate kata. My sister tried to help, but got tangled up and had to be rescued. The dog got involved, thinking it was a new game, and before we knew it, Ben was standing in the middle of the chaos, proudly holding up a lumpy ball of fabric. "Behold! The fitted sheet origami," he declared, as if he'd just discovered fire. The rest of us stared in awe and confusion, half expecting him to pull a rabbit out of the sheet next. Finally, after all the drama and failed demonstrations, Ben looked at our pile of folded sheets, which now looked like a lineup of rejected snowballs, and shrugged. "Well," he said, "some people see a mess, but I like to think outside the box. Mainly because with fitted sheets, you'll never get them back in one.